What's up, everybody? This is Jose Gagnon, the random guy, 75, here again today. And we are now doing episode 25, Special Attraction. And this is, like I said, the very last episode where we will be seeing a new character that gets introduced into this episode and also in this season. But we'll also have one last episode left to cover in this season. And we can finally move on to the season 5, where we'll have some more amazing episodes. They're a lot more amazing than the season 4 ones, but the season 4 also had some pretty great, amazing episodes as well, in my opinion. I hope that you all enjoyed them very much as well. So let's get the things rolling. We're going to move on to episode 25 right away, so that we can also go to do episode 26 and finish up this season. Get the greatness, have the amazing happy times, everybody. And we will see you all here. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans! You already know that things go now, everybody.
The tram engine was very excited. He was wearing a brand new bell that shone like gold. He was off to the seaside. His driver was explaining everything as they puffed along the line. There's a seaside village near here, and every year they have a big parade with a special attraction for all the visitors. This year, Toby, you're the special attraction. Thank you, sir, said Toby. But what does a special attraction do? Oh, just smiles and blows whistles at everyone, replied his driver. We're almost there, listen. You can hear the seagulls. Soon, they reached the little station by the village. But instead of a big welcome, there was just one man. He whispered to Toby's driver and turned sadly away. Well, if that doesn't take the biscuit, said Toby's driver. They've run out of room in the parade and don't need a special attraction after all. We've got to go home, Toby. I'm sorry, old boy. So am I, sighed Toby.
Now this is basically the part in the episode where basically the main point of the story just changes. And, it started off, with Toby going to be part of a parade, and then they tell him that they don't need him in the parade anymore. And now it's just going to switch over to Percy going to the harbor and meeting this boat character who's called Bulstrode. So I'm not really sure why they ended up, switching the main point of the story from Toby to Percy. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, in my opinion, but that's just what they chose to do. They just chose, to start off talking about Toby and how he was supposed to be part of a parade in this little seaside village. And then when, the guy tells them the bad news that they don't need Toby in the parade anymore, he goes to tell Percy. And then they just choose to focus the rest of the story on Percy instead, so it's a pretty crazy episode.
Percy was shunting in the yard. He didn't expect to see Toby. What are you doing back so soon? Before Toby could reply, the Fat Controller arrived. Leave these trucks here, please, Percy. There's an emergency at the harbour. Come on, Percy, said his driver. This'll be trouble with Bulstrode. Who's Bulstrode? Wondered Percy. He was still surprised about Toby, and now he had 2 puzzles to sort out. His driver explained. Bulstrode is a disagreeable barge. He never stops complaining.
And there's the character Bulstrode.
His driver was right about Bulstrode. Today the barge was more bad-tempered than ever. Come on, why aren't you trucks where you should be? There's no engine and we can only go where we're put, shouted the trucks. You're in the wrong place, not us. When Percy arrived, Bulstrode was sulking and the trucks were crosser still. Our stone is for Bulstrode. Please, put us in a siding so that we can load him up and be rid of him. careless. As Percy was lining them up, they burst through some buffers. "Help! Help!" they wailed.
I'm surprised that none of the trucks told Percy that the buffers got destroyed, because he just keeps on pushing them along, and they don't even tell him that the buffers got destroyed. And now there's gonna be a super big crazy crash again, and Bulstrode is gonna, he's gonna get into a super duper big problems. And you can already see by the way, the face he's making right now. He's like, oh my goodness, something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna get destroyed.
But it was too late. Cried Bulstrode. "I'm sinking!" "Serves you right," giggled the trucks. "You were always barging in and moaning." It took a very long time to clear the mess. Percy watched as Bulstrode was towed to the beach.
Another thing too is that his driver and fireman didn't even tell him, to put on the brakes, to say that that they were close to the edge. Like they didn't put on the brakes at all themselves, and they didn't warn Percy to slow down. They just let him keep pushing those trucks until they just fell on top of Bulstrode. So those crazy workers, man, the railway workers, they just don't know how to do their jobs sometimes, and they just choose, they don't think very clearly, pretty much. Like, neither the trucks, the trucks didn't say anything, but then again, the trucks didn't really care about Bulstrode, so they probably wanted the crash to happen. And Percy's driver and fireman didn't do anything to prevent the trucks from falling off the edge. So that was super crazy bananas.
"There you are," said the workman. "Now you can just stay here. Children can play in you all day, and at long last you'll be useful." When Percy got home, he and Toby exchanged all their news. "Well, we've both had some seaside surprises today," laughed Toby. "But Driver says that I'm a special attraction anyway, and so are you. Every time we go on our own line." "What do you mean?" asked Percy. "Well, all we have to do is smile and blow whistles at everyone."
So that was episode 25. And we're going to get right into the very last episode so that way we can finally finish up this season. And for next Friday, like I said, we can move on to season 5 with the Alec Baldwin man. So get the greatness. See you in the next video, everybody. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans! Woo! Yeah.